We interrupt this program to bring you a message from Satan.
As you know, I am in the Epstein files over 1 million times. No other president can say that. Not Sleepy Joe or Obama, who lives rent-free in my dementia-rattled mind. I don't know Jeffrey Epstein unless you count being his best friend for over 15 years, flying on his jet, going to his island and assaulting women and children. I'll suck the farts out Putin's ass and start World War III before I release the unredacted files. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President DJT.
I'm Pam Bondi, and I approve this message.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime? That's a white woman, a white woman. A meth-faced bitch, it should get sky high. That's a white woman, a white woman. Under oath, it should still gon' lie. That's a white woman, a white woman. Gave Donnie sloppy topping just to keep her job. When it's all over, she won't even get the charge. That's a white woman, a white woman. A white woman. A white woman.
Hey everybody, welcome to For the People podcast. I'm your host Vision X, and this show is for the people, by the people, to bring power back to the people. I am actually on the show by myself at the current time, but Nikki will be joining us a little bit later. And I want to give everybody a chance to come in and come into the chats. Now remember, if you are currently in the chat or you are watching the video but you're not currently on, please remember, if we don't see you actually in the actual chat feature, we don't know that you're here, okay? So I just want to let you guys know that as well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play this first video until she comes in. I want to know what you guys thought about this in terms of, we always have this conversation about like interracial dating, interracial stuff, and etc. And some people always have like their own ideas about it, what they consider, proximity to whiteness, something that they think that, you get better privileges from. So we're going to take a look at this first video and we're going to let you know what you think, and we'll be right back.
And by the way, this whole thing, they talk about the white culture and, let me tell you, it's all about the white culture, this, and, we have a problem with this. Every one of these guys, as much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Kamala Harris's spouse, white. Ilhan Omar's spouse, white. AOC spouse, white. Every one of these guys, you keep talking about them. They're trying to go to that. It's not working.
But in America, the reality is that who you choose to marry matters when it comes to getting access to the halls of power. When it comes to winning Oscars or Emmys, when it comes to getting access to Harvard University or the Supreme Court, when it comes to rising to the top of the American economic power structure, the person you choose to marry sends a signal of how well you fit in and where you're willing to compromise. Because historically, strong black families have always been a threat to white supremacy.
Level. And by the way, this whole thing, they talk about the white culture.
Hey, so I want to know what you guys thought about that, because this is something that has been a big issue that's been happening recently. It's this whole thing about, everybody want to be light skinned, everybody got to be white, everybody got to be this, everybody got to be that. So I want to know what you guys thought about this. Like, is this something that is a real thing, or can we build our own foundations? Now, one thing I know for sure is that black people, based off Black Wall Street and Seneca Village and Rosewood and stuff, we didn't need anybody, and we still don't. If we were able to band together, create our own shit, let the rest of the world do whatever they want to do, but create our own stuff, build our own stuff with us internally, we don't need nobody. Just look at the world. All the cultures copy off black. We're the most influential. Everybody's doing the fuller lips now. Everybody, most of the people besides some Asians are tanning their skin to get more color. Even when you compete in bodybuilding, you still have to tan your skin. You still have to look a certain way. Even when it comes to all the inventions, the useful inventions, the elevator, the refrigerator, ice cream, GPS, open heart surgery, black people. When you look at it, we don't need nobody. If everybody just leave us the fuck alone, black people be in a good spot. So I want to know what you guys thought in the comment section. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Kay, it's my name. How you doing? Lucas says, "Yo, bro, just caught your stream. Can't stay long, so I dropped a follow. I want to support your journey. I connect you with a big Twitch streamer who pulls thousands of viewers, has about 2 million followers, and makes serious bank. He helps streamers grow with real viewers. Blah blah blah. You're serious about growth. Add him on your Discord. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that so much. We appreciate that." Katrina says, "I finally caught the live. Hey, nice to see you." Case Monet say, "White culture is suppression of other people's culture." It is, because when you really look at it, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you, when you really look at it, we will look at, somebody asked, and it was one of my white friends, he says, "Well, how did, him and other white folks, how did they get into power?" I said, well, when you look at like the Native Americans, you look at the black people, just for instance, they looked at the humanity in other people. They're like, oh, they're human. They walk on 2 legs. They got 2 arms. We got 2 legs and 2 arms. So they looked at the humanity in people. What they didn't know is like people like Christopher Columbus, they wrote in their entire diary, oh yeah, these savages, they're teaching us all this stuff. And then once they teach us everything we know, we're going to eliminate them. Sure enough, the rest is history. Here we are in America. Same thing happened in a lot of African countries. Everybody always get the notion of like, the slave trade. That's one of the things that's always pop up is, oh, slavery this and slavery that, and the blacks sat there and sold it. I said, no, y'all forget Africa is a continent. It's not a country. So a lot of those tribes, they don't really mesh well with other tribes. However, their type of slavery and others was very different from chattel slavery. So when it comes to like African slavery, and this is like spoils of war. They beat you, they win, your country falls. Just like in Gladiator, you become a slave, but you can fight your way out of freedom. You're not there for forever. Nobody don't own you and your children and your descendants forever. That's the difference. That's when you're looking at it. When Africans were doing that, that was what they were doing in terms of, hey, you could work your way up, you can escape slavery and being a slave, etc. When the white folks did it, they want to not only own you, they want to beat you, they want to kill you, they want to torture you forever. It's a big difference. So that's why I tell people you got to have more common sense when you got to talk about the slave trade and things like that, because that's not how things usually go. Travel just said, "Where's Nikki and Trey?" I don't know. Maybe you got a phone number to them, Travel. I don't know where they are. So that's just one of those things that one thing that we have to discuss. Also, I know that you guys have heard about what's been going on in Mexico. So we're going to talk about that in a second. And then also we're definitely going to talk about what happened at the BAFTA. As you know, there was a whole incident that happened with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy, who was there. And we're going to have that conversation with Nikki Combs. And I want to show this next one because we want to talk about like some food and et cetera. Like, a lot of people was asked questions about health conscious and being healthy. And so I want to show you guys this video and let me know what you think. And we are going to be right back. Stay tuned.
Wonder why I'm always $5 no matter what is happening with food prices? A raw chicken usually costs more than this, so how is this one already cooked and still cheaper? We are raised to grow extremely fast, reaching full size in just a few weeks. You don't care though, right? We are fed GMO corn and soy-based diets, designed for fast growth and consistency. So are you. And if you look at my label, I am not just chicken water and seasoning as you might expect. It gets worse. I contain sodium phosphate, carrageenan, modified starch, dextrose, and other additives. Still want to party? Then I get sealed into a hot plastic bag, still steaming, still dripping grease, with everything trapped inside. We are sold to over 117 million every year, and most people never question it. Enjoy!
You're already infected. Brain rot reels.
So one person says, "Something to start eating my socks." Another person says, "Man, give me a plate and pass the damn Hawaiian rolls." Another person said, "This page wants us to starve." So I want you guys, I want to know what you guys think, because every time we talk about food and shit like that goes on, I don't care what it is. I was reading something the other day regarding toothpaste. All the toothpastes we use, arsenic, lead, they have some type of chemical in it. And I'm like, all just to brush your teeth, you only need like, mint, some baking soda, water, and some of the paste, and that's it. You don't need 18 million ingredients to brush your teeth. But I want to see what you guys thought about that, because I noticed with mouthwashes. Now you can't use mouthwashes. Everything in the mouthwash has some type of cancer-causing agent or disability-causing agent. Even when you wash your clothes now, all the dyes in it, you put that on, your skin gets irritated, you get sores, you get bumps, you get etc. So it's always something, that's going on with this type of stuff. So I want to know what you guys thought about that in terms of, your health and etc. Let's see here. Kids, my name says gross, but I still buy one on occasion. I ain't gonna lie. You go to the grocery store, you go to Costco, it's $5. It's $5. I mean, you can't. I mean, you're talking about grocery prices. I went to the store the other day, and now I want you guys to tell me what you thought. I think orange juice was around $10. I said $10 for some damn orange juice. Eggs was like $9, and they're continuing to go up. Ain't nothing stopping. The prices are continuing to go up. But I can see why people go to cheap alternatives. I mean, it's $5. Even when you go to like fast food stuff, it's like, the dollar menu tonight. They make it so, even though it has all these chemicals and stuff in it, but they make it so cheap for you to be able to eat. And it's like, you don't have no choice on how to do that. So I want to know what you guys thought about that as well. Hey, Sunshine, how you doing today? Hey, Nikki and them, and I will let y'all know Nikki will be joining later. I don't think Trey's going to be joining today, but Nikki will be joining later. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into our next video. So I don't remember when the Grammys was. I don't really watch the Grammys and shit like that no more. A lot of these shows, they just use the black viewers to get more ratings, but I don't really watch them. But Eric Bonet, he has something to say about it, because I guess Jelly Roll won an award, and he has something that he had to get off his chest. Let's take a look.
We all saw the Grammys, and remember that moment where that Jelly Roll motherfucker accepted his speech? Powerful speech, right? Holding the Bible up in his hand and talking about what the Lord has done for him, how the Lord has changed him. And later when he was asked about, yeah, but what about the atrocities in the world? All of a sudden he was, I'm just a dumb old redneck. I keep my political views to myself. I remember profoundly in that moment, I went, I don't know much about that, but that's full of shit. And then all the shit is coming out in the press. Never trust a person who will speak passionately and in great detail about love. But when it's time to speak against hate, they ain't got shit to say. Fuck them. We all saw the.
I know they're going to try to kick me off here, so just let me try to get this out. First of all, Jesus, I hear you and I'm listening, Lord. I am listening, Lord. Second of all, I want to thank my beautiful wife. I would have never changed my life without you. I'd have ended up dead or in jail. I'd have killed myself if it wasn't for you and Jesus. I thank you for that. I thank you for my label, Broken Bow, Country Radio, baby. What's up, dog? Oh, Republic, John Manili, we did it, baby. There was a time in my life, y'all, that I was broken. That's why I wrote this album. I didn't think I had a chance, y'all. There was days that I thought the darkest things. I was a horrible human. There was a moment in my life that all I had was a Bible this big and a radio the same size and a 6x8 foot cell. And I believed that those two things could change my life. I believed that music had the power to change my life and God had the power to change my life. And I want to tell y'all right now, Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is not owned by one political party. Jesus is not owned by no music label. Jesus is Jesus, and anybody can have. I know they're going to try to kick me off here, so just...
Would you be willing to comment on what's going on in our country right now?
I don't really, so this is the truth, and I'm glad somebody asked, because I love talking about this stuff when people care to hear my opinion, but so I can tell you that people shouldn't care to hear my opinion, man. I'm a dumb redneck. I haven't watched enough. I didn't have a phone for 18 months. I've had one for 4 months and don't have social media. I hate to be the artist that's that aloof, but I've become so disconnected from what's happening, and I'm just not I grew up in a house of like insane pandemonium, and like I didn't even know politics was real until I was in my mid-20s in jail. Like, that's how disconnected. When you grow up in a drug addict household, you think we like have common calls about what's happening in world politics? Like, we're just trying to find a way to survive, man, you know? And I have a lot to say about it, and I'm going to in the next week, and everybody's going to hear exactly what I have to say about it in the most loud and clear way I've ever spoken in my life. So I look forward to it.
Would you be?
All right, so I'm gonna read some of the comments from this. Somebody says unfiltered Eric Benet is top tier. Another person says he'll never say anything about what's going on in this country because his target audience agrees with what's going on. He's not going to risk being canceled by his people who pay his bills. Another person says they said Jelly Roll makes music for people who have tattoos of their children but don't have custody. And I want you guys to take this a step back here. This guy, he started off as a rapper, okay? This is what these corny ass white dudes and white girls do. They get into rap to build up their fan base or to build up recognition, and then they go back to country or going back to the music. That's the same thing that Justin Timberlake did. We get so sick and tired of these people needing us to get them a career. And I'm so sick and tired of black people allowing people like Jelly Roll and Iggy Azalea and what was that other one? I forgot that it was that white dude that was with that black dude. They was making that song around 2011, Macklemore. And it's the same bullshit. It's like, I mean, what do you do with this? It's just like they use us for everything, need us to help them build their talent. And look at Nikki, she's here today. Hey, how you doing? I think you might be on mute. Yeah.
My bad. I didn't want to. I was drinking. Hey, everybody! I made it. I'm here.
And so
glad to see y'all.
Nikki, you probably caught the last intel of that. So I was asking them what they think of it because what bothers me is that you have these artists that use rap or R&B to get themselves popular because nobody was checking for them, their corny asses, when they were doing their music. So then they use us, and it's like a formula. They use us to get popular, and then from there they go back to their roots, which is pretty much black shit anyways, because black people created country and rock and roll too. But they go back, they use their shit to make themselves popular, and then they get on here and talk about Jesus. I'm like, okay, this guy has all these tattoos on his body. The Bible talks about tattoos and stuff like that. This guy's up there cussing. The Bible, it's like everybody like to fit the Bible around their lives, but if it's like a group they don't like, oh, don't be a prostitute. Oh, that's a sin. Don't be homosexual. That's a sin. But you can sit here and have children out of wedlock. You can sit here and sleep with other people and not married. All types of shit. So what do you think, Nikki?
It's interesting what he said about, I grew up in a drug household or whatever, but y'all don't have that same grace for black people that grew up that way. And there's no excuse. If you live in the hood, is politics on the front of your mind? No. But with him, my specific problem is you can't tell me you don't know about politics when it's pictures of you and Trump more than once. So you know enough about politics to take photo ops with him and the people that support him. So you know enough about politics to say that. But you're still trying to straddle the fence. Post Malone does the same shit. Justin Timberlake, they all do it. Kim Kardashian, famous for it. The only reason she got popular is because she fucked Ray J. They recorded it, and her pimp ass mama had enough foresight to say, "Hey, we're gonna sell you fucking this nigga," and catapult us into being fucking billionaires. But again, you did it off some black shit. Post Malone, y'all all start out as these rappers emulating black people, and then you want to go to country. Now, Justin tried that shit. They go back to his Tennessee roots, and nobody was buying this shit, and now he mad because his career is fucked up. So, who was in the comments here? Kaz, my name said John B was like the only one. I'm sorry, there was that T code. No, HACF. The only one that stayed true the course is John B, which is true. White man started out in R&B. He stayed in R&B. That was his lane, and he's always been respectful of it. But I'm so tired of these white artists coming into R&B and rap circles. And we're not talking about the music, because you already know it's going to be popular because you're emulating black culture. That's a given. And then when you feel like you've reached enough success to cross over, now all of a sudden you abandon that. Now on the reverse of that, I would say it's Beyonce. Because when she started out, her blackness was always there, but it wasn't relevant. It wasn't prevalent in her music. It wasn't until Formation that she said, "Hi niggas, I'm big enough to talk about what I really want to talk about. I'm big enough to say the things that I really want to say that I couldn't say then." And notice white people's reaction when it came to formation, when
Yep.
it came to lemonade. They realized, oh wait, she's a black woman. She's not a pop star. She's a black woman. Then all of a sudden, her having the blonde hair. Oh, you're trying to be white. She been rocking blonde hair since she got on the goddamn stage, since the first Destiny's Child album. She's had some variation of blonde hair. And you motherfuckers didn't have no problem with it with that Pepsi commercial when it was her, Pink, and Britney, all with platinum blonde hair. Because y'all didn't see her as a nigga then.
Mm-hmm.
She was marketable. She still made music y'all could, I guess if you want to call it dancing to, that y'all could dance to. But once she came out with that pro-black stance, all of a sudden she was the enemy of white people. Even reclaiming country music, which is ours, she was the enemy to white people and always has and will be from that day forth. That's how it is. If black people use, and she didn't use white culture, she's always been R&B. But that's the flip side of it, as somebody saying, I've made it big enough to where I can do what I want to do. But she's always been a black woman. Those white people, the fact that Macklemore beat Kendrick is forever.
Yes.
That is forever fucking egregious that you have Macklemore over there. Or didn't Beck win over one of Beyonce? I don't know. But Beck won some shit and it was like, or y'all giving Taylor Swift album of the fucking year just because that bitch wrote a haiku. Like shit like that. It's just it doesn't make sense. And I'm Jesus and Jesus doesn't belong to a political party. But I thought you was a dumb redneck that didn't understand politics.
Exactly.
So why did you make that statement? See, that's the shit. White people lie so much they can't catch themselves in the fucking lie.
Yeah.
They don't see it in real fucking time until the playback comes. And that's why he tried to clean that shit up saying, oh, I'm going to talk about it in the clearest way I know how. So clearly there is a way for you to talk about it. So why you can't talk about it now? Why the fuck we got to wait for an album that nan nigga is going to buy? To hear what the fuck you got to say. You got pictures with Trump. That's all we need to know. We don't need to know shit the fuck else. And since I thought you was happy being a fat ass country boy till you got your hands on that goddamn Ozempic.
That's why I say it's the bullshit. I tell people it's the bullshit. It's the, and that's why. And what bothers me is that a lot of people in America, they're just, I'm not going to say that they're illiterate or something, but there's something that's very slow about them because they would sit there and they would act like, oh, well, you know, it's just a this and a that and a that and this. And that's the problem. We're just allowing people to get away with shit and ain't nothing happening. Clear example. And I told them we're going to talk about the whole thing that's going to Mexico in a minute. Oh, Jean Grey made an appearance. The Phoenix.
Hi, everybody. Say hello. Shout out to Brian. We got our first super chat of the day. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, thanks, Brian. You know what? Brian's always been like one of our biggest supporters. You know, I'll have to give it to Brian. Brian's always like being hands down. K is my name. Leo. Like we really appreciate you guys turning up every day and showing up. So thank y'all guys so much for all that. But yeah, it's just a level of bullshit. It's just that's what we have to go through as black people, and then we just gotta just sit here and fucking take it. And I'm just like, no. I said, I mean, literally, that's why before Aretha passed, when he was asking her about like the different singers, and they went to Taylor Swift, and she was like, beautiful gowns, beautiful, because people are not about to sit here and give you fucking credit for being mediocre. Like, I'm telling you what, Celine Dion, like when you look at, okay, who would have been like the Taylor Swift back in the day, but they had talent, that would have been Celine. Celine actually wrote a lot of her music and etc. But Celine could actually fucking sing. Celine was they called the vocal trinity, Mariah, Whitney, and Celine. They can actually sing. No offense to Taylor Swift, but vocally she's just not there. She's not a good singer. But the problem is everybody want to overrate these people because they don't. I mean, you don't have a Britney Spears out right now. I ain't seen one white girl that can dance their ass off like Britney Spears. Not one. They get up there, the backup dancers is doing all the fucking work for them. They got auto-tune on. I'm like, they just don't make the stars no more. Everybody think that you can just get on Instagram, create a song and be famous and be like a great artist. I'm like, no. back then people worked their asses off to be great artists. These artists today, they just don't have it. I'm sorry. I don't care.
They don't. I agree. Oh, we got another super chat from Democracy.
Hey,
She
Democracy.
says, she says, hey, cousins, me and my whole house are all sick. I've been listening, but not able to sit up and be in the chat. I miss live convo with y'all. Don't forget about your girl. No, we won't. And we wish you and your family a speedy recovery. So thank you for popping in. Thank you for still watching. We love you and we appreciate you.
Absolutely. And the other, we still want to see the dress. So I still haven't forgot. I still remember. So, we want to make sure we see the dress. Remember, she brought the dress and everything. So we want to see how it looks.
Yes.
The quality. So let us know. But we do hope you make a good recovery. And you guys remember, FTP, this is a family. We're here every week. We talk. We go through this. It's just like having our table talk, but us just talking out in the open. So, I'm glad that, all you guys are here. Now, we're going to move on to another section real quick. I thought this video was older, but it looked like it surfaced because it was posted like one day ago and got a lot of views. So I want us to take a look at this. This was an incident that happened between T.I. and 50 Cent or something like that, but it happened between him and his son. Not sure what the whole incident happened was, but we're going to watch it together. Take a look.
Nigga want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Your mama dead as fuck. Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Fuck. Post a picture of your motherfucking mama, nigga. She dead, nigga. Pay respect, nigga. Stop fucking playing with my mama, nigga. Nigga ain't playing like that. Nigga ain't going like that, nigga. How y'all bitch ass niggas raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama, nigga. I'm not going, nigga. So tell your dead ass mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my motherfucking mama, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Y'all niggas better tie y'all motherfucking shoes. Y'all niggas don't know who the fuck y'all fucking with, nigga. You better put that music up and nigga shut the fuck up, nigga. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get it. On my mother. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Dig that bitch up. Nigga not going. Nigga not going. Now go put some flowers on that bitch grave, nigga. Man, nigga posting my mama a motherfucking legend. Your mama a motherfucking J, nigga. Stop, man, don't never think you can get on this motherfucking level and you can compete with us, nigga. We on a whole different ball game, nigga. We got a whole different type of level of respect around here, nigga. You get on that do that bitch ass shit, nigga. You a hoe ass nigga, nigga. I would say that shit to your face, nigga. Nigga, man, nigga not going. Nigga not going. Now what the fuck you?
And I guess this was the photo he posted. And he says, I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth. Okay. And then
celebrate you.
This was also posted.
But if you get a chance, you hear me? You hear me, Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
If you get a chance,
Yes, sir.
please tell 50 bring his ass on out here and get this smoke.
Oh, Jesus.
Please tell 50 Cent get his hit records and come on and sit down and see what the South got to say, goddammit.
Jesus Christ. You say you want that man to see all full-fledged what the South got.
I want him to see what the South got to say. Now listen, hey, I'm the king below the Mason-Dixon line, king of the South. I speak for all of the Southern people. New York been saying shit under their breath about us and having little bullshit, slick-ass comments about us, thinking it's all slow down here. But they want to come down here and go to our malls and go to our clubs. But then they want to kick it like, nigga, we substandard when they get back up top. Well, celebrate you.
Yes, sir.
But if you get a chance, you hear me? You hear me, Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
If you top, well, that shit stop right now.
Yeah, you say you done with that.
That shit stop right now, goddammit. The king say that shit stop. He say he the king of New York. And if he don't want to do it, and one of them other niggas up there who got a goddamn catalog want to pull up, tell him come see the king. Don't come around me. Come sit down with me.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you, too. I'm here for it.
Tell him come see. Goddammit. Andre told him the South had something to say, and I'm saying it.
You saying what needs to be said, bottom line.
Hey, period. Ain't no motherfucking dispute. We the shit. They last year, we the future. So anybody don't like it, come see the king. And we gonna start with 50. And if he don't want to do it, then we gonna go pick somebody else. But in order for him to not, he either gonna have to accept the challenge or bitch up. Those top. Well, that shit stop right now.
Whew, before we go to that, somebody said that's his mother. I support him fully. Another person says, as he should. Tiny's so sweet. She don't bother nobody. Another person said, that's right, King. You go low, I take it to hell about my mama. You know what gets me about 50 cents is, and this, people can get upset all they want. In a black community, it's always the ugliest, out of shape, or dark black motherfuckers. And I'm not trying to be mean to people that always speak down on other black people in the community. Remember I told you about my old foster parent, the Joneses, and this guy, he grew up, and I understand he grew up in a time where, it was very racist and stuff. He grew up in the 40s and 50s, but you should be trying to, encourage the other black skinned people in the house, hey, to do better, to do this or do that. But instead, he was so colorist. He would see like the Latin in the house or the mixed kids. Oh, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get this. They're gonna get that. Okay, then why don't you tell us as darker skinned people or whatever how we can get there, how we can do this, etc. But his black ass. And when I said this man was black, he was purple black. His lips was this black. It was, and I understand why he was like that. I understand why he was mean and nasty. But at the same time, you're talking to children like this. And you see people like 50 Cent do that a lot. And it gets me because it's like, dude, you are too fucking old. Ain't he like 50 years old or something? You're too old and too goddamn big to be doing that. You're too old. Like, I don't get that about some big ass black grown man saying shit about people like that or doing that. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Nikki, what do you think?
50 Cent is a prime example of how money doesn't buy you happiness. How he's just bitter because of how he grew up, and no amount of money can change that. So he's like the bully that never grew up. He just wants to be a bully. He wants to get in the shit. And I do not like him. I really fucking don't. Like, some of the music you can deal with, but he's never been like my favorite fucking artist. First of all, he got so many fucking veneers in his mouth, he can't hardly fucking talk because he got a bunch of goddamn chiclet teeth. And despite how you might feel about Tiny, see, that's what's wrong with 50 Cent. He always doing some he always doing some hoe ass shit. Because if you got a problem with T.I. and you got a problem with Tiny, that's two grown ass people. You go out. That little boy, that's my speed when I say dig the bitch, because I done said it before. Dig the bitch up. That's my type of time. That's my type of carrying on right there. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. Because you talked about his mama and you fucking thought he wasn't gonna come to his mama's defense. That's Tip's son. You think them niggas ain't gonna come to their mama defense? Who the fuck do you think? Because you 50 Cent, nobody's gonna say nothing to you. Bitch, Tip ain't Diddy. He ain't afraid of you.
Sure ain't.
He ain't afraid of you. Just like you come from the street, that nigga come from the street. And at a certain point, he stayed in the street probably longer than 50 did.
Oh, yeah.
All he does is attach himself to shit. He didn't do that Diddy documentary for respecting women. He don't respect women. He has never respected women. Look at his relationship with his older son, who literally is walking around with him with his fucking face. You disrespected him and his mama, and because he told the truth about you and wouldn't kiss your fucking ass, now the little Blasian baby you got, you act like that's your only child. And mind you, you fucked Diddy's leftovers or the other way around. Because either way it go, you connected to Diddy because your Blasian ass son, mama, fucked with Diddy after you. And you can't get over that shit.
Yeah.
That she stopped fucking with you to go to your arch ass enemy. 50 Cent needs that. 50 Cent is a red pill nigga, always have been, always will be. And he is a prime example of how money don't buy you happiness, and money can't give you class, and money can't change you. None of that's gonna work. He need to be on that lady couch. Quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry to figure shit out. Because you have all the money in the world. And you know who he and he loves to talk shit about black women. Do you know who he was fucking around with for years? Fucking Chelsea Handler.
Ew.
For years they was in a goddamn relationship. But you want to act like you the black, nah. Oh, King Kong looking motherfucker.
I tell people, if you really look at 50, that's a hard motherfucker to look at. Let's pull up some 50 Cent pictures. I'm sorry. I mean, he's a hard. You can't be talking about nobody looking like this. Literally, and most of his photos are like doctored up. Like, let me. And even the photos that are doctored up, he don't look good. I said, dude, you can't talk about people and you look like this. Like, let's look at some of these photos here. I mean, look at that. Now he's in a suit. Look how ashy his skin look.
And still look like King Kong. That nigga look like King Kong in a
Still
turtleneck.
Look like a big ass gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
But have the nerves to talk about somebody who don't look at this. Even the hat didn't help. That's a
that
hard...
nigga got a square. He got one of them fucking what's that game the fucking kids be playing?
Mm-hmm.
And shit. They had a movie. They had a movie to it. Craft. What is it? Minecraft.
Oh, the big ape one, with the teeth.
The bitch look like fucking like a Minecraft character, and right here talking shit about people. Nigga, you look like King fucking Kong with some goddamn money.
I mean, literally,
but 50 can't even fucking talk with all them goddamn teeth in his mouth that wasn't originally his.
That's why when you see people like this, they have, and I said before, you have the, and I'm not trying to be mean. And people, I listen to you. We created a poll. The poll said, y'all want to talk about black issues. Let's talk about these black issues. My thing is with this, when it comes to black issues and shit like this, black people, when you look like fucking 50 Cent, shut your mouth when you talk about anybody else's looks. Be quiet. That's not your calling. That's just not. Now, if you talk about business or something, and let's say that T.I. went through 6 bankruptcies like Trump, but he out here talking about he the king of this or whatever, okay, that's a whole different story. I can say, okay, look, I understand that. You know, you talking about you the king of the South or king of this, but you have all these bankruptcies and stuff, and 50's on top. But I'm just giving you guys a scenario. But that's not the case. This man is talking about people's looks constantly. And I agree with T.I.'s son. Go ahead and dig your dead ass mamas up. The bitch is MAGA food right now. Dig her ass up. You can't even take a picture with that bitch. Because she's 6 feet or 8 feet under. That's why.
And he MAGA. And he MAGA on top of that.
When I tell you, it'd be the blackest, out of shape, ugliest black people that always has something to say about other black people or be on another side. It's always them. It's at 100%. I have never seen, that's what it usually is. Stacey Dash is the group of people that look like her. It's rare. You get some good looking black people that do cross over, especially if they light skin or consider themselves, I'm more this or that, or they grew up in a white household. That's different. But 50 Cent, nah. Don't talk about nobody's looks. Don't talk about how their skin look. Don't say that. That's not your calling, man. Stick to rapping. Stick to that raggedy ass, nasty ass vitamin water that's in fucking 7-Eleven. Stick to that shit. Don't stick to anything else. That shit is nasty. That shit is so gross. It just tastes like a water with fucking syrup. It is disgusting.
Ugh.
I don't know why. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you see for President's Day where Nicki Minaj tweeted a fucking AI photo of her and Donald Trump in the car? No. But I thought you had his fucking number, bitch. You had his gold card. You are that desperate that you have to create AI photos of you in the car counting money that you probably don't have. You got this nigga in a pink varsity jacket and some tight ass ripped jeans. Side note, you niggas, now I expect this shit from some Miami Cubans, but niggas, I want you to know, at a certain age, ripped denim, you gotta let it the fuck go. Tight ripped denim, you got to let it the fuck go. Okay, yeah. It is not the move. It is not the look. I'm not saying you can't wear the fucking knee out and shit. I'm not saying it, but I'm talking about the tight ass jeans, and they all have rips down the side of it. On the side area, you gotta let that shit go. Like at a certain point, give it up, turn it loose. That is not a look. That if you over a certain age, Don't walk out the house with no goddamn skinny clothes on, okay? I don't give a fuck if you that size. Don't do it, okay? Because no, just give it the fuck up.
Hey, so I'm telling you, social media, they'll post a few pictures, they get a couple of 100,000 views, likes, and then motherfuckers start feeling themselves. I'm like, baby, you just took a good picture at the right time. That was it. And then everybody want to be a singer or an actress or a podcaster. I'm just like, you guys, you had one little stint. Let it be done. But this goes to people that look like 50 Cent. I don't care how he feels about it or anybody else feel about it. When you're talking about looks and you're not a looker and you needed surgery to still try to look good as other people, that's not your calling. Stick to what made you popular and what you know. Looks is not what made you popular, 50. Leave that alone. And I want to take a look at this. So this was a Greek porn star. Not sure what the whole conference. Oh, before I do that, let me read some of the comments here. Let's see here. I am the dark magician says he's too old to be moving the way he be moving. Is unbecoming of someone that reaches that level of success. We agree. we agree. I be telling people that it don't make any sense. Chris Hall, he stated, Harris said, dig that bitch up. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Jerry House Music, this is a new person. Y'all see what happens is Suge Knight, all that bullying people can go but so far. That is true. Shaka 1317 says, yep, hate reference of ape though, fitting for the read. Hand orange covering eyes. All right, so we're about to go into this next one. Now, this was a Greek porn star, and he has something to say about Black women. He was being interviewed about having sex with Black women. Let's take a look.
Identifying the fact that different races have different smells. That's not racist. I've been in the porn industry for 20 odd years, right? And I said that I charge extra to Black women, right? Because I find if I want to sit them for 4 or 5 hours, the smell they let off is off-putting towards me. It's not enough for me to not do it, but because it's harder for me to get through the scene, I charge a little bit extra than I would normally charge. And people had a meltdown saying, almost claiming that this smell does not exist. What are you talking about? And I'm saying there is a difference between the races and smell.
They can't smell it.
I'm identifying the fact that different races have different smells. That's not racist.
All right, so one of the questions asked said, how many Black women has he slept with?
Too many.
Maybe 100.
100. Okay.
Yeah. 70 to 100.
Okay, you're in there.
So again, but I try to explain, and I don't want to say this in a derogatory way, like I try to explain to you. I relate it to a musky smell.
It's
because
warm, isn't it?
Because they're sweating. Like if you're in a bird for 20 minutes, this is the point I made. If it's for fun and you just met a bird and you're for 20 minutes, sometimes you won't even notice the smell.
Do you know what you're smelling? You're smelling their odor mixing with the products.
I'm identifying the fact that different races have different smells. That's not racist. I've been in the porn.
Because that's what it is.
Well, someone else said this to me.
It's the product.
Is that actually true?
That's what I said. It's the cocoa butter, right?
It's not.
No, but I'm talking about natural body odor, not the products they put the cocoa butter and the stuff, or the stuff they put for the afro hair.
No, what I mean is like if I use Radox and you use Radox, it might emit something a bit different because I've got like some miscellaneous. I've got a miscellaneous bloodline. So with my genetic debt, that's some stuff that I've got to deal with. But in the Western world, the fact is Radox made this stuff for Europeans.
For whites.
Radox wasn't thinking about, hey, I'm going to go make this for Jaquan, because that's what it is.
Well, someone else said this to me.
It's the product.
Is that actually true?
That's what I said. It's the cocoa butter, right?
It's not.
No, but I'm talking about natural body odor, not the products they put the cocoa butter and the stuff, or the stuff they put for the afro hair.
No, what I mean is like if I use Radox and you use Radox, it might emit something a bit different because I've got like some miscellaneous. I've got a miscellaneous bloodline. So with my genetic debt, that's some stuff that I've got to deal with. But in the Western world, the fact is Radox made this stuff for Europeans.
For whites.
Radox wasn't thinking about, hey, I'm going to go make this for Jaquan, because that's what it is.
Well, someone else said this.
So I'm going to read some of the comments here. Somebody says, ew, we feel the same. Wet dog is our forte. Another person says, let me get this straight. We're supposed to care what a porn star person thinks. Yeah, I'm good on that. Next, hater. And one other person says he doesn't like Black women, so he's more repulsed by them. It wouldn't matter how clean or whatever. He just doesn't like Black women. He should have said that instead of making it about Black women. Having this platform are a problem for that matter. So this is what I have to say about it before I already see your face, Nikki. Oh God. Oh shit, you about to go in. This is what I have to say before I let you do this. What gets me about white folks, I don't care if you're from Europe or whatever, you guys literally, and we talked about this conversation many times, y'all will literally post shit on social media saying, oh my God, I went out to run for 10 minutes or I got out of the shower or whatever and I smell like wet dog. That's been the number one thing at the fucking top list where I've heard white folks say, I smell like wet dog. They smell like wet dog. They smell like wet dog. Always. Even when I was staying in foster care. This family, and I spoke about this briefly, they had two beagles, Molly and Chubbs. I love animals, so I used to give them a bath. And of course, the dogs, they be out there, they chasing gophers and skunks and stuff. So they dogs just emit an odor anyways, but they admit that dogs smell odor. We've all smelled it before. I cleaned them and they smell good, right? The white folks came in the house. It was barely sprinkling outside. They came into the house. They was like, "Oh, what is this smell? Oh, no, it's the dogs." I said, "No, it ain't the dogs." I said, "I watched them probably an hour ago. They ain't been outside. That ain't them." The one, my foster brother's white girlfriend, she did this. She said, "Oh my God, I think it's us." And they were the ones that smell like wet dog. And that shit gets on my nerves. They're quick to talk about other people's odors when it's them. Y'all even admit this on social media. Y'all admit this on YouTube. Y'all don't believe me? I can pull up some videos while Nikki is talking. Y'all literally say y'all have a horrid odor. Y'all smelling on other white folks. And don't bathe the past 24 hours because it's over for y'all. It's going to be funky as hell. So when y'all be talking about other races of people having bad odors, especially blacks, y'all need to let that shit go. That's not y'all calling. I just said the same shit about 50 Cent. Looks, don't need to be saying that. When it comes to odors, white folks, that ain't y'all calling. Y'all have some of the worst hygiene I have ever smelled in the history of hygienes. Oh, I'll say a close second has been Middle Eastern. I'll put them up there. I will definitely do that. And people have talked about that as well. But when it comes to black women, y'all talking about they pussy stink or whatever, that's not y'all calling. Don't do that. Odors and body odors, that ain't y'all thing. Nikki, what do you think?
First of all, I've watched porn, but now I've never seen him. He's Greek, so I'm assuming that his shit is overseas. Since black women have such a smell, how many of them bony ass white bitches wash their ass in between gangbangs? I'll wait. Y'all stay saying shit about black sex workers, but y'all love being in scenes with them. They make y'all the most fucking money. How do you think that black women felt having to hold her motherfucking breath because you smell like a fucking wet dog? Or you still smell like Bussy from the scene before where you was fucking another man? How about that shit? And then the fucking afro hair. I don't give a fuck. Cocoa butter don't smell bad. Now, is cocoa butter gonna cover up must? No. But black women, by and large, are not fucking musty because we wash our ass. And we come from homes that teach us to wash our ass. Where the fuck do y'all come from? You in a fucking porn industry. And you mean to tell me that white pussy smell good? I doubt it. What the fuck y'all think Summer's Eve and all these fucking products was made for? Black women? I think it the fuck is not. All of these things, Vagisil, your pussy is itching, all that shit is for y'all because you don't wash your fucking ass. They didn't invent no motherfucking Summer's Eve and all Massengill and all this type of shit because y'all smell good, because y'all wash your asses, because you don't smell good and you don't wash your fucking ass. Y'all always gotta find any excuse to say some shit about black people. If you don't like black women, just say that shit. But I guarantee you, black women in the porn industry don't be wanting to fuck y'all. They don't be wanting to fuck y'all. Y'all be wanting to fuck them. And then you gotta say it's an odor. Bitch, you didn't even wash your ass before you put that fucking suit on. You bitches don't brush your teeth. You don't do shit. This coming down from a motherfucker. Y'all fuck trickle down economics. You motherfuckers take trickle down baths. You think the water touching your head and dripping past your balls means that you're fucking clean. You the same white motherfuckers that think that getting in a pool with chlorine is cleansing you like it's fucking Lake Minnetonka. Y'all don't wash your ass. Y'all the same group of white people that got in that fucking lake or whatever and turned a bitch brown because y'all so fucking funky. And you want to talk about black people? Let's go to TikTok and pull up all the fucking videos of how black people have taught you white people how to wash your motherfucking ass. Because y'all come to Black TikTok and we teach y'all the products to buy so you don't smell funky. You bitches, it was a lady on there 40 fucking plus and had never used a goddamn African net sponge or exfoliated her fucking skin. Mind you, what do you think the bathroom looked like when she got fucking done with it? You white women will fuck these nasty ass white men who you know don't wash their fucking ass. And you be down there giving head and everything to some dirty fucking dick. And you want to sit here and talk about black women? You cracker ass crackers will sit there and eat a white bitch pussy after a gangbang and she ain't took a goddamn shower any fucking where. So you just in there getting the back come out that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. Can't stand you ignorant ass motherfuckers. You out here smelling, when it rains, you smelling like wet dogs and pennies. And you want to talk about how black women smell? Fuck you and your mama. And the dirty ass pussy you popped out of.
And speaking of that.
Shout out real quick to HHFC. She sent us a Venmo saying love Nikki's face before she goes off. So thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, HJC. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. And I'm going to read, before I do that, I'm going to show you the video. Don't believe me. Now, we just got done talking about this, and white folks always talking about other people's stink. I'm going to pull this up for you right now. All I did was type in on YouTube, white people smell like wet dog, right? All I did was pull this up. Look what all pops up. There are these videos that pops up. Don't get mad at us. And this is a comedian. Let's hear what this comedian have to say. Let's take a look.
100% I got my Pfizer vaccine. You vaccinated? Hell no. It's fucking divisive. I see people who are vaccinated scooting away from people who aren't. It's fucked up. Don't worry about it. None of them work. These motherfuckers don't know shit. That's what I've noticed. Everybody's fucking wearing them. You know, I've noticed, like, mostly black people wearing masks. Only black people. I think that's just because white people stink. Hear the black people laughing? Nobody ever talks about black privilege. They don't smell as bad as we do. It's 100% true. Look how awkward all the white people are. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We smell great. You don't. You know how I know? You know how I know? 100%. This is 100% true. Go to Google and just type in, why do black people? And let it autocomplete. And the best stereotypes will fill in. You type in, why do black people? It'll go, have a big dick. Nobody knows. Okay? Trust me, I've been to every website. Nobody will give me a definitive answer. Black people, y'all got the biggest dicks. That's black privilege. White people, type it into a search engine. Why do white people smell like dogs? What the fuck? Smell like wet dogs. That's what it pops up and says. Look at the black people dying in the back. They think
And that's a white person saying that. And let me see what else.
There's a stereotype that
let's show this. Let's take a look at what black people are discussing.
there's a stereotype that a lot of black people have, and we think that white people smell like dogs. But when I met Jeremy, he really did. But it was because they had. How many dogs did y'all have?
Man, I had like 3 or 4
they had
big German Shepherds.
They sure did, and they stayed in the house. White people really do smell like dogs.
That's true, you know. I mean, in that case scenario.
But you know what? White people who own dogs were more likely to keep their dogs inside, and black people always kept the dogs outside for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'd say within the last maybe 20 years,
and that's just that. So that's why I tell people, don't get mad at us. We showed the video of that white girl that said that she was at a K something run, some type of mile run, and she said the odors. She said from her white people, she said they smell horrible. They smell bad. That's why I tell y'all, white folks, take what we've saying about 50 Cent. When it comes to odors and hygiene, that ain't your calling. And speaking of that, This was made, so my dermatologist told me about this because he said it's like a stronger deodorant or whatever. So I decided to try it. It actually is pretty good. However, I'm going to show you guys this, okay? This is called Lume. Lume, okay? Now, on the thing, it says 72-hour odor control. So you mean to tell me you're not washing your motherfucking ass for 72 hours?
Mm-hmm.
72-hour odor control. It's a whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Let that sink in for a little bit. Created by a white woman.
You already know.
72-hour odor control. Now, why do you need to keep this shit on for 72 fucking hours? You should be washing your ass daily.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just, don't get mad at us, man. Hey, don't get mad at us. Y'all put the shit out there on social media. You create products like this because y'all don't wash your ass. Y'all have bad hygiene. When it comes to hygiene, white folks, y'all don't need to be talking about nobody stink. Period. That's not y'all calling. Okay? So we don't let that be what it is, all right? And we're at that time for our first commercial break, and we're going to be right back after these few messages.
Shop the pole, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your money up, then stab us in the back. You hate us, but you need us. Gotta make it make sense. When it comes to the whites, y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. I said what I said, lo dije y que I meant what I said, lo sostendré. I don't give a fuck how you feel, no me importa cómo te sientas. If you voted for Trump, rest in peace, paz en paz.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to Puerto People Podcast. I'm your host, Vision X, and the show is said the quiet part out loud so you don't have to say it. We're all cut and unfiltered. Nikki, you're back though, right?
Yes, sorry.
No, I just want to make sure you were there because I wanted to start without you being there. So we're going to start with the whole thing that happened with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. And I know y'all heard about it. We're going to talk about it today because it's been making its rounds on social media. And I want to see what you guys thought about it. Let's take a look.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
So the guy with Tourette syndrome, the one that's to the left, was the one they called Michael B. Jordan a nigger bitch, him and Delroy. He said host Alan Cumming thanked the audience for their understanding after a series of audible outbursts from Tourette's campaigner John Davison interrupted the ceremony. And somebody said once the instance saw Davison shout the N-word while Michael Jordan and Delroy were on stage, Davison, inspiration for a BAFTA nominated I Swear, was diagnosed with Tourette's at 25. His symptoms include tics and involuntary outbursts. You may have noticed some strong language in the background there. This could be part of how Tourette syndrome shows up for some people as the film explores the experience. Now, the comment section, Samson, who's been one of our co-hosts on the show, says, that ain't no damn Tourette's. Another person says, if playing in your face was a person. And another person says, people play crazy when they want to play crazy. I'm going to say this about this, and I told you, we have no filter on this show no more. We keep it strictly 100. That's why people come to us. We have real talk here. I'm gonna say it like this. That little retarded motherfucker knew how to say the N-word at the right time, because he didn't say that to anybody else. You go look at the entire podcast of that, he said nothing to nobody. You don't see him calling people up their pedos. You don't see him talking about genocide and all this stuff. That tells you that somebody's in the house that's sitting there talking about the N-word, saying nigger in that house. That motherfucker ain't that retarded to sit there and say that. He says that at the right time. And what bothers me is that it's not just that. Even when we showed the video yesterday of the white woman where her child went up to that black girl and called her all kind of names and stuff and said that she was going to shoot her. And what did the white woman do? Oh, he's just 8 years old. I'm getting sick and tired of you white folks and POCs that sit here and say shit like that. And then when somebody says something to y'all goofy, retarded dumbasses, all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, we got to have decorum. We got to figure out a different way of saying things. Fuck that. People are getting tired of y'all shit. That's slow. If he can't control himself in the show, then y'all should have put his ass in a mental institution. That's just the way I fucking see it. The fucker's not smart enough to sit there by himself and be quiet. He wasn't smart enough not to know not to say that word. I've never seen a disease make people racist. And I work in the medical field. I've never seen no shit like that in my entire life, where people say that a disease makes you racist. I'm just getting sick of the bullshit. I'm getting sick of the excuses of people feeling like they can say whatever they want, whenever they want. And then when you say something about them that affects them, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. Fuck that. If the little fucker couldn't sit there and sit his big fat ass there and shut up, then hit his ass and need to be at the BAFTA Awards. That's just the way I see it. I don't care who gets offended. I don't care about y'all talking to other people. I just don't give a shit about that. Should have sat his old big fat stinky white ass at home. And then he could have said the N-word at home with his Tourette's. That's just how I feel about it. I don't care who got offended. Nikki, what do you think?
It's funny because because this was pre-recorded because they were so worried about people making political statements. So somebody said free Palestine and y'all edited that out, but you didn't edit out the nigger part because you didn't think it was offensive. You didn't think other people would have a problem. You thought it was gonna make good fucking TV.
Yep.
It's funny how you motherfuckers can have Tourette's. Mind you, it's a white girl. She done got famous now. She has Tourette's, and I used to see her on TikTok. And she done got married now. She got a show on fucking TLC or some shit like that. And I have never once heard that girl with all her outbursts and all the curse words. She ain't never said nigga, ever.
That part.
That's just like y'all got dementia. You don't know your name. You don't know where you are. But you motherfuckers remember to say the word nigger. You can remember to be racist. Sundown in a knot. You can remember that shit. He knew what the fuck he was doing. He just thought, see, this is the thing. White people, when y'all have disabilities, then it's, oh, we should get over it. But had a black man with Tourette's got up there and called him cracker or Epstein or pedophile or just shouted some shit.
Baby.
It would have been like, oh my God, this is just so egregious. Tourette's does not take you away from having Tourette's is no excuse to be racist against white people. That's exactly what the fuck y'all would say. But because he has Tourette's, then we got to give him a break. That ain't no excuse to be racist. I don't give a fuck. Why is it that he only said it when black people was on stage? Why wasn't there no white people up there? Nigger, bitch! With white people up there. Because that was a whole ass award show. But
it was.
Until it was black people on that fucking stage to yell that shit. Because you knew what you were saying and you knew what the fuck you was doing. It's an uncontrollable tick, but that don't mean people with Tourette's, everything come out their mouth is uncontrollable. They can talk normal for a few minutes or whatever and go and have a little outburst. But it still doesn't excuse you from being racist. If you schizophrenic, if you commit a crime and you're schizophrenic, what you don't do? That's a get out of jail free card? No, because had it been a black man with a mental illness that did some shit like that, you still throw the fucking book at him.
Yep.
But every time white people get in trouble, that's when y'all go to the disabilities and shit. Oh well, they're mentally ill. I don't know what I was doing. I was having a fever dream. That couldn't be me. You motherfuckers will be on camera saying shit and then turn around and say, I didn't do it. You're on video. And Alan Cumming, I'm disappointed as fuck at you for saying that shit because you should have got him as the host. You should have got him the fuck up out of there. I don't give a fuck because he got a movie that's made about him. And he's so fucking stupid. You just tarnished all of that because now nobody's gonna remember your funky ass movie that I didn't even know about. They not gonna remember that. They just gonna remember you was the motherfucker at the BAFTAs that yelled out "nigger bitch."
Yep.
That's what your legacy is now. That's what it is. And to the actor that played him, now he gonna be like, "Oh, aren't you the one that played the nigger bitch boy?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say too.
Now you gonna get tied up with that shit. Y'all don't forget to be racist. Y'all can forget everything the fuck else, but y'all can't forget to be fucking racist. And then when you caught being racist, you lean on the disability. You white boys would go shoot up fucking schools, killing other people's children. Oh, well, we never knew anything was wrong with Billy. This motherfucker done had the door closed. He wear trench coats in fucking June, July, and August. He been around here killing every pet y'all done ever fucking had. And within a 50-mile radius of your fucking home, out there in the garage building pipe bombs, and you bitches up here so I never knew anything was going on. I guess he must have had a mental illness because he was a happy boy. Bitch, where? When I tell you every day the margin of me having to deal with you crackers gets smaller and fucking smaller. At this point, it's going to have to be I can only tolerate 0.1% of you motherfuckers because 99.99% of you got to fucking go. Every day the number goes up for me. And that's as high as we going to fucking get. Because I'm fucking tired.
I already said it. I said it. I was talking to, hanging out with Tony or Tiger, one of our people, our chat people and stuff. And one thing that got me, one thing that really got me about this is that you have people that would literally sit here and they would, I don't even know how to call it. You would have people that would literally sit here and they would really pretend like, well, Billy said this and this is always an excuse. It's their age that's an excuse. I remember the white woman that got cancer. She said the reason why she was racist or said racist outbursts because she was in pain and she had cancer. It's like you guys have an excuse for everything for racism, but y'all don't have an excuse for not washing your ass correctly. You don't have an excuse for not touching on fucking little children and protecting and doing pedo shit like y'all doing with the administration of White House and stuff. I think I've seen on my feed probably 50 plus white people, pastors and deacons and principals and stuff getting 20, 30 years in jail for molesting children. There's something wrong. I truly think now after just seeing how everything is playing out right now, I truly think that something's wrong with those people. Because allow this boy to sit here and say that, and now we're making an excuse about this. Like it's always an excuse, even when it comes to slavery. Oh, just get over slavery. It was so long ago. It was this, but y'all not telling that to the white Ashkenazi Jews to get over fucking Holocaust. They still talk about this shit right now. The Holocaust. Well, now it's Hamas. Now first it was the Holocaust. Now it's Hamas. I'm just sick of y'all shit. Y'all, it's the same shit over and over. I thought it was disrespectful. They should have picked his slow ass up out of there. And they should have escorted him in that raggedy ass movie, whatever it was, about the Baptists. That's just how I feel about it. I don't give a fuck no more.
Yep.
I'm so tired of us having to turn the other cheek and be silent or please forgive or that wasn't meant or the best one. This is the best one, Nikki. They apologize afterwards. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bitch, you've been saying stuff like this before. It just never was caught on camera. That's the problem. You weren't caught doing it.
The apology should be on camera because that's what if the disrespect was public, the apology should be public. I'm so tired of you crackers getting in trouble for shit, and then you want to issue a apology secretly and not publicly. You want to do it behind closed doors. No, the disrespect what was in public, so that's how it needs to be. Plus, he called somebody else a nigga that night. He called a black female actress a nigga that night. So he said the shit multiple times. And they still let him be on that fucking stage. They still let him go to the fucking parties where they knew there was going to be black people there. So how is it that you only say that shit around black people, but you got fucking Tourette's? So it's your Tourette's, you got racial Tourette's? You got nigga Tourette's? That's what you got? So when you see a black person, nigger, and just going about your day, and then you're just gonna be randomly in the street, nigger, and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get randomly knocked the fuck out.
Exactly.
You know what? I want a nigga to knock the Tourette's out that motherfucker. How about that?
Oh, we're gonna do a Donald Trump just like this. Let's see about this.
Gonna see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. I thought, oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14.
That's the end. I'm telling y'all, black people. That's the fucking energy I'm giving people moving forward. Now I can see why Donald Trump is why he's popular, because he just don't give a fuck. He don't care. He says what he wants. He says he don't give a fuck about nobody being upset. Oh well. And that's what y'all got to start doing. Giving it back. That's the problem. People ain't getting, they not getting stuff back. That's why these cops, and we're going to go into, we already talked about the Quan Johnson thing that's happening. Yeah, they not being unalived. Their children are not being unalived. They feel like and this is exactly what my friend said. They just work for the Chicago media. He tells me, he said, all the cops, they know y'all, all you're going to do is sing We Shall Overcome. All you're going to do is march. All you're going to do is go pray. But when you start fucking these people, these families up and doing, I bet you did. Oh my God! Well, we need a race war. Y'all not gonna win that. Appalachia, y'all not gonna win that. Y'all gonna need way more, because it takes one of y'all. It takes one of us. 15 of y'all against one of us is all. That's what y'all need, and it's not enough for y'all to do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not giving a fuck about people doing that shit no more. I'm a little over that stuff right now. And then what we're going to do, I want to talk about this. This was something that been making rounds about the Native Americans. Now, somebody said that, we just discovered that black people were already here in America for thousands of years. We found that out. And they were native to this land as well. Well, I've been reading about this where the Native Americans, they were also in on the slave trade as well. So I want you guys to take a look at this, because this was something that was kind of interesting. And then I did some research about it, and it was actually true. Let's take a look.
To help Indians to shut down black folk. Slavery could never have existed in this country and been maintained without the full participation of the American tribes. That's why they started calling them civilized, Rock, because they began to say, you quit hunting in the woods and running wild and get yourself some land and get yourself some slaves. So Indians became slave hunters, slave traders, and in the final analysis, all civilized tribes, the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, and Seminole Indians, they all fought with the South to maintain slavery. And so therefore, and they got benefits from it. And that led to, going back to the earlier question you asked me about reparations. And even after the Civil War ended, the Choctaw and Chickasaw were still holding about 12 or 15,000 slaves even after the Civil War ended. The United States government sent in troops saying, you got to get rid of this slavery.
Your ancestors were enslaved by Native Americans. Here's your great-great-grandmother, Mary Kemp, her 11 children, including Bill Cheadle, your great-grandfather, William. And you can see William's father, Henderson, or Hence Cheadle. You are one of the few African Americans who was not enslaved by white people, but enslaved by Native Americans.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Previous video, I spoke about how Native Americans also enslaved black people. Their participation in this atrocity reportedly began in the late 1700s and intensified in the early 1800s. Members of the 5 so-called civilized tribes used enslaved black men and women as domestic and agricultural workers. For example, Chickasaw planters exported around 1,000 bales of cotton in 1830, which was picked by enslaved blacks. Many Native Americans saw slavery as a way to illustrate their societal sophistication in the eyes of European colonizers, who often referred to them as noble savages, courageous and fierce, while Africans were seen as little more than mindless beasts of burden. Historian Taya Miles once stated that enslaved black people became tokens of economic success. The more you owned, the more serious a business person you were considered, and the more serious a business person you were, the more appropriate you were to
obtain a clause to help Indians to shut down.
Let me read some comments from this. Somebody says, and they ultimately got their land stolen from them by those same people. And since we're on the talk of slavery, let's take a look at this. This is regarding toxic foods.
5 toxic food scraps fed us during slavery that many black folks still eat today. First, pigtails or hog maws, lower value cuts once forced on enslaved families who were given what plantation owners wouldn't eat. Instead, chicken thighs, because they're high in protein, lower in grease. Second, fatback used to season greens, mostly pure fat. Back during slavery, it wasn't chosen for flavor, it was what was left. Instead, smoked turkey gives you that same deep, traditional smoky flavor, but it's much leaner than fatback. Third, molasses. Cheap sweetener, high sugar, common in poor southern diets. Instead, try date syrup. Fruit-based sweetener, less processed than molasses. Fourth, cornbread every night. Cheap cornmeal stretched to feed a house full. It filled bellies, not bodies. Switch to whole grain cornbread or baked sweet potatoes. If that made you uncomfortable, you're not ready for what's next. Comment truth and I'll send you the full list. Follow me. I'm Ruth.
And somebody said, that's why we're the best cooks and our creativity is top tier, because you give us lemons and we make lemonade. We're survivors. So I want to know what y'all thought about those. The first video we showed about, which was when I started reading about it, the more you start reading about shit, it will make you not want to fuck with nobody. I mean, literally, and we already to that point right now, like with the Latin community. And I told some of my Latin friends because they watched the show, and they was like, some of the stuff, makes us uncomfortable. I said, I don't give a fuck about you being uncomfortable. Because some of you motherfuckers was in the room talking about, oh, well, that's just Uncle Guterres. He supports Trump. I don't support Trump. Oh, that's just Grandma Maria. Oh, she says she loves Trump. But I said, how are you going to sit here and call yourselves an intelligent people, but y'all literally are voting for a guy that's putting you guys on fucking TV saying that you guys are criminals and stuff? You got to make it make sense. That's not intelligence to me. I said, and then y'all sat here and didn't say nothing to your aunts and your uncles and your grandmothers. And then all of a sudden, now the shit's hitting the fan and they dragging you guys out the house and shooting y'all and throwing y'all in alligator Alcatraz in El Salvador. Y'all coming up missing. They got y'all kids in another concentration camp. I said, everything that I said is spot on. It's not about being comfortable anymore. It's about giving you guys the fucking facts and the truth. And if you can't handle it, that's not my problem. And one of my friends was like, that's so fucked up. Let it be fucked up. I don't care no more. That's the fucking problem with y'all now. Every time we try to have a real conversation, and they're probably watching the show right now, I don't give a fuck. Every time we try to have a real conversation, y'all want to pussyfoot and dance around it when it comes to people in your community or stuff that's affecting you. But when it's affecting the community you don't like, you guys are all in for that. You guys are all in to talk shit about the white folks and the Asians and everybody else. But when it comes to y'all asses, it's a problem. The same with the Native Americans. And we've been talking about this because we've seen some Native Americans been popping off at the mouth too with the whole marching and stuff. Fuck y'all too. That's why the white folks stole y'all shit. Fuck y'all. It's just the way I feel about it. Nikki, what you think? You're on me, baby.
I can appreciate the video, but we got to understand that Ruth is AI. Okay, Grandma Ruth is all AI, and we have to be careful of these type of videos because that's like black fishing. Because I understand you trying to get, what I don't like is that I understand you're trying to give health alternatives and things, which I'm all for, but I don't like the fact that they had to take the AI route and do it. If you're a person that's actually doing it, why aren't you on camera? A lot of these AI videos with black people, especially older black people, are created in Russia and all these other places. If you go check the tag of when it was created. So again, y'all are making content and you're making money off of a black body and a black face, even if it's virtual. So while you're giving healthy alternatives, you're still stealing. You're still low-key giving the scraps. Because you're not being genuine and stuff like that. Maybe again, it's the mammy effect. You think it's an old black woman in a rocking chair, whatever. Look how she dressed, like a fucking slave, sitting on the porch and shit. You're still leaning into the very stereotype, but you're trying to black empower, which leads me to believe that there's a white person behind that shit. Because we can always tell when it's us and when it's not us, and that ain't us. But yes, we as black people are creative because we took the scraps and we made food out of it. Was it the best? The healthiest? No, but we did what we had to do. And we're finding healthier alternatives to still make those foods just in a better way because we have different ingredients now that we didn't have then. We had to use what we had then versus the alternatives that we have now. But this is just another testament to how black people will always survive. Whereas white people thought, okay, we're going to give you the scraps, what we don't want. And the irony is you gave black people what you didn't want. And now You bitches are on HGTV making those meals out of the very scraps you didn't want because they were perfected by black people, and you're again stealing from black people. But you probably think, oh well, since we gave them the scraps, this ours, we can reclaim it. That's what the fuck y'all doing. You're taking literal struggle meals because that's what they were. You're taking struggle meals and you're marketing it without the fucking struggle, and you don't have the struggle because you're fucking white. The baked mac and cheese that you're fucking making, or the collard greens, the sanitized ass collard greens. I knew you motherfuckers was not to ever be trusted when you put raisins in motherfucking potato salad. I don't do potato salad, but I know that's a federal fucking offense. Y'all always have to take something that niggas eat and put your white spin on it so that you could sell it as something else. Oh my god! Did you know I created, but it's not just any potato salad. It's raisin potato salad. So you know what? You can't say I'm stealing from black people because I added raisins, like that type of shit. Y'all always taking what's ours, and you still trying to find a way to take from black people, even in fucking AI. Because I guarantee you it's some white people behind that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's some white people behind that shit, because look at the alternative that they're giving. Not saying it's a wrong alternative, but think about it. It's some shit they would sell. And then when they start doing it, then it'll be, oh well, guess what? Yeah, that pesky soul food that gives you niggeritis. Well, we found a way to take that out of it. Don't eat fatback. You know what? Matter of fact, I don't even know what fatback is. But you know what you can't eat? This smoked turkey. That you know what? This one is a little brown and has flavor on it because you know what? This is AI. But if I was making it and it was at my table, it would be raw. It would be, vegan turkey. And that's another thing. No disrespect to vegans, black, white, whatever the fuck. But if you're gonna be vegan, be fucking vegan.
All the way.
I don't want to hear you motherfuckers talking about cauliflower wings. No, bitch, it's cauliflower bites. It's fucking cauliflower. If y'all so against meat, why the fuck do y'all have to make shit like it's meat? You know why? Because you're trying to convince yourself that the shit tastes good when you know it tastes like ass. Don't piss on a bitch and tell me it's raining. Cause it ain't gonna fucking work.
Yep.
I'm so tired. These cauliflower wings. Oh, I just made vegan bacon. No, the fuck you didn't, bitch. I don't know if you fried some dates together and put a little seasoning on it, but it ain't the bacon, it's bacon. It came from the motherfucking hog. If you ain't cutting and eating the hog, you ain't eating fucking bacon.
Yep.
Oh my god, I made, I don't know, and it's supposed to be steak or vegan Jamaican food. What? Oh my god, I'm having vegan oxtails. No, bitch, I don't know what you're having, but it's not fucking oxtails. You might be eating somebody else's tail, but it ain't fucking oxtail. Stop trying to convince everybody y'all happy being vegan. You hate that shit. That's no disrespect, but if you don't hate being vegan, great. But stop trying to convince us that y'all eating meat. Oh, this tastes better than meat, but then you naming it like it's fucking meat. Just eat the motherfucking meat. Eat the goddamn burger. I am. As far as animals are concerned, if it look good, I'll wear it. If it tastes good, I'm gonna eat it. If anybody got a problem with that, fuck you and fuck Peter.
Yes, God.
I'm good. That was just my rant, because I can't handle you motherfuckers with the cauliflower wings, or I'm eating. Nah, fuck that.
And I'm gonna read some of the comments. Democracy says, "I understand Tourette's, but the fact that there was no apology to Michael B. Jordan and DL, and they didn't censor it from the TV, makes me think it was a ploy to rage bait black people and push his movie, which it was." Guess my name says, somebody on Thread said they're energy harvesting, letting that air. They taped that so it could have been left out. Trying to excuse racism, he only said that when black folks walked through. Shaka 1370 says Alan Cummings should have kept his mouth shut about though he was taping it. I hope I said that right. Germany 2263 says he did call people fuckers or something, but I think they have to use it for it to come out in Tourette's. He should have stayed home. Same thing I said. T-Coop, y'all know Delroy is my next baby daddy. You better go ahead, T-Coop, claim it. Claim it in the name of Jesus. That's what I'm talking about. Claim your man. That's right. Alto Sax 449. First time seeing this person. May have been watching before, but good to see you. An actress from Bridgerton said he called her the N-word after the Baptist show on the way to dinner. I think she had posted a video. She said that it happened around 3 times that this slow motherfucker sat there and said that 3 different times, calling black people the N-word, and it wasn't just that time, and not one white person checking. That's why people always tell people that these liberals and these I support black causes and black people. That no, he said that these black people, they always, it's always this. We have to sit there and be like apologize to people or allow people to say whatever they want without any consequences. I do be understanding that. Leo 40 says, I don't give a fuck neither because that was some bullshit. They did that on purpose. Kids, my name says, okay, supposedly superior people, but they suffer from all these ailments that cause them to act out, and we're supposed to give them grace all the damn time. Facts. There's a lot of comments. I'm looking through this. Leo 40 says same shit over and over, the same patterns. And then Kids, my name says, my granny used to cook hog maws and chitterlings. She passed. I haven't eaten them since. I don't eat that shit either. I can't eat chitlins. I don't like the smell. That shit lingers for fucking days. I don't like it. I don't like it. I remember my grandma used to clean those, and it would be the smell was so toxic that when you brush your teeth, it was like the smell and the foam was on my toothbrush, and it's like you're just brushing with chitlin juice. It felt like the wash rags had chitlin juice on it. I just when it was Thanksgiving and they cooked, I stayed at a friend's house, and then once everybody was ready to eat, I would eat, and then even after that, I would still go back to my friend's house because I had to let the house settle because the chitlin. I have never seen a smell that left a sticky substance on stuff, and I just can't do it. Chitlins is just foul. I just can't eat that shit. I'm sorry. Democracy says my mom is 95 and she used to make all of the Lost Black recipes. She made grits out of cornmeal and cornbread out of grits, burnt sugar cake. Democracy, when you having Thanksgiving, please invite me and Nikki over so we can film it. We want some good food. We all family here on FTP. So, come on the show. We want some good food. So we're about to see this next video. This next video, I know y'all been seeing what's been going on in Mexico. I'm so glad that, I usually go to Mexico, get my teeth cleaned and all that stuff. Went to Mexico. Glad I don't have to go there for another year because it is going down. I'm going to take a look. I want y'all to take a look at some of these videos. We're going to take a look at 5 of these, but it's shit going down in Mexico right now. So if you're in Mexico right now, we do feel sorry, but you stuck right now until this stuff calms down. Let's take a look. So somebody said they killed him because he carried the testimony of the corruption within the government and his associates from within. And this is another video. So he said after the capture of El Mencho, a video of one of his sons captured in a helicopter has also surfaced. Let's take a look. Somebody said, shaking my head, the pilot finna get deep fried now. Another person said they just signed the pilot's death warrant by showing his face. This also happened. Cartel sicarios hunted down one by one. Let's take a look at this.
Lo van a agarrar.
Somebody said, LOL, the cartels are armed 100 times better than the Mexican military, all firearms smuggled from the U.S. Another person says cartels are about to get a reality check. And then let's take a look at this. This is happening on the street, so people are being affected. This is all over Mexico, y'all. This is just not in one place. It's the entire country from top to bottom.
Ya lo prendieron.
Yeah, nigga, you already said I'm fire.
While that's playing, I'm gonna read somebody's comment. Somebody says, and this is why some families risk it all to come to America to live a normal life. So save their kids from seeing this and experiencing these type of events. Another person says cartels own the presidents in Mexico. It's been like that for decades. This was at the airport in Puerto Vallarta. Now, Puerto Vallarta is a huge destination that Americans go to. Huge. I don't know one person that don't go there almost every year for some type of party. Let's take a look what's happening now. Somebody in the comment says, and once again, being poor has saved me. Another person says, laugh my ass out at all the people hating on Mexico, one of my favorite vacation destinations in the world. Friendly people, delicious food, beautiful beaches. This is extremely sad. Praise for those living there and hope all traveling can make it home safe. And then this is also, I don't know which part of Mexico this is happening in, but let's take a look. And this is what's actually happening now. It is like dead silent all over Mexico. Take a look. And while this is playing, somebody says, I wouldn't come out either. Stay safe. Somebody says, I'm in Puerto Vallarta right now. It's calming down. Another person says, so it is propaganda, or are people staying inside because this looks way too calm. And then just so you know, this is what's going on with the military out there. Sorry, the cartel is blowing up military. Let's take a look at this.
Ya se pararon. Aguanta. Ya. Chinga tu madre. No.
And the president of Mexico, she's currently like airlifted on a Navy ship. So she's not even she's in the water right now. She's not even in the country of Mexico at the current time. and she did issue this current update. She says today there is already more calm. The people of Mexico should be very proud of our armed forces and security cabinet we have. So I want to know what you guys think about this, because, you know, she or whoever gave the order to go and assassinate El Mencho, I think that's his name. But the information came from the CIA in the United States. Everything to get away from these Epstein files and his impeachment, everybody already knew. It's been all over the news. They said the United States has something to do with it. That's why they burned up 7-Elevens and stuff. The United States has something to do with it. They gave her the information. It was pretty much an ultimatum. They pretty much say, hey, listen, because, you know, white folks don't like Mexican, Latin people anyways. They said either we tell the people that you guys know where all these cartel is that's been killing their children and family and keeping them in fear for all these decades, or you go in and do it and handle business. So she didn't have any options. So she took this option, and now the cartel smacked down the hammer. When I tell you, I was watching so many videos. This is a snippet, you guys. The cartel literally tore up all the roads, so can't nobody come in, can't nobody come out of different states. So they tore up all the roads. They tore up a lot of the roads going to grocery stores. They burnt up a lot of the grocery stores and 7-Elevens and gas stations. So there's no gas, there's no food, there's no nothing. All because the United States wanted to send that to her and give her an ultimatum. I'm telling you, it's about to get very nasty. Everybody keep thinking these midterms is going to be nice. You see how this just popped off? You see how it was popping off in Venezuela? You see all this stuff. I don't care how people feel about it. Started by white folks, and they want everybody fighting, blowing up stuff and everything to get the heat off them. And that's what's going to happen. Nikki, what do you think?
Very interesting how that comment said this is why they run to America.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all run to America mainly, and then you talk shit about Black Americans. Y'all talk about how violent we are. Meanwhile, y'all escaping fucking cartels.
Yep.
Y'all can't be out at night because of your own fucking people. You can't be out day or night because of your own fucking people. But you want to come here and talk shit about Black people? You want to come here and call us nigger? With the A and the hard ER? But y'all you're fleeing your fucking country because it's not safe, and it's not safe by the hands of your own fucking people. And y'all have the audacity to tell us that we as Black people don't know how to unite with one another? If that ain't the pot calling the kettle, or if they ain't the pot and the kettle running for the motherfucking border, it never fails. If it's any innocent people getting fucked up there, hate to see it. But at the same time, that's your home country.
Sure.
Y'all shit is so Mexico is so fucking great. Then leave your ass over there. Don't fucking come here. If it's so great where you are, evidently it's not so great, because you're fleeing there to come to America. You're fleeing that to come to America, to a country that the president of doesn't want you here. He told y'all he didn't want y'all here, but y'all still voted for him any fucking way. So if you come to America, and you have to come the right way, even though the right way takes a long ass time, and they know that. So at this point, there is no right way to come to America if you're not white. You see what he did with them fucking South African people? Them people are struggling now because they got to live off of $2,000 a month with no job. So the money takes most of the rent is where their money is going to. So they don't have money for food or anything else. And that's other white people. So if this president can do that to white people, what the fuck do you think they gonna do for you? I hope y'all getting all the resources that Black people, that our ancestors fought for. I hope y'all enjoy getting the resources while you fucking could.
Mm-hmm.
Because they about to be tapped the fuck out.
Yep.
So this is what y'all going through at the hands of your own fucking people. So I don't know what to tell you.
But I agree with you. But they quick. Oh, well, the blacks are so violent, and the blacks are this. I said, even when y'all fuckers, you lad motherfuckers came out here, y'all was blowing up our houses and our stores and everything to make a point to get us out of the neighborhoods. To me, y'all ain't no different than the cartel. All these food trucks out here, when they see black people open up a food truck, you should see how the Mexican people and Guatemalans and El Salvador, you should see how those motherfuckers act. They get all upset. And I've talked about this many times, but there's been a lot of black people who has food trucks where the Latin people will come and they would sit there and they would call, what's the people that come and the inspections? They would call the people to come and inspect them. They would say that, oh, they seen roaches or rats on their truck. There's no roaches or rats on their truck. They would say they would sell drugs. The police would be called there and stuff. There would always be some shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is calling? And then finally they had a person that they know that's Latin, that speaks Spanish, whatever, that they're friends with, that say, well, it's actually the Mexicans across the street. You know, they're upset that you're getting into their business. Bitch, y'all not take your ass over to Mexico and build your business. Why you got to move into black neighborhoods and steal our shit and take our shit? And then when we confront you about it, now you upset. And then y'all want to call us violent. But people that look like you, as we stated before, is in there fucking y'all up right now in Mexico. That's not their first. I think they have around 6 or 7 major cartels throughout all of Latin America. 6 or 7. Venezuela, Argentina, El Salvador, all these places. But y'all quick to sit here and talk about black people and what we doing. As I stated before with 50 Cent, as I stated before with the white folks, as I'm stated before with the Latin people, mind your fucking business. Don't be talking about no drugs and no violence and stuff, because y'all can't get y'all shit together your goddamn selves. That's not your calling. Leave that alone. I'm telling y'all, that was one thing I would say that my grandma said that was really good. If you ain't got your own goddamn house in order, shut the fuck up. Get your shit in order first before you talk about anybody else's shit. That goes to 50 cents. That goes to the white people calling people, other people, racist people's thing. When y'all the main motherfuckers smell like wet dogs and post the shit on YouTube and be proud of talking about how you don't wash your ass and shit, creating fucking products like this where you have to keep on 72-hour fucking deodorant. Well, I'm still gasping for this. This is on the packaging, 72 fucking hours. Why are you not washing your ass after 72 fucking hours? When I seen this in the store, I said, is this for real? They said, yes. I said, well, why? I'm not keeping this on for 72 hours. Hell, I don't even keep it on for 8 hours. Well, let me tell you how my hygiene regimen goes. I wake my ass up, I take a shower, I go to the gym, and then I go to work or whatever. And then from there, right after I leave the gym, I take a shower. And then at night, if I'm going to go out, I had 3 showers already. There's no reason to keep this shit on here. So to the white folks, talking about people's hygiene, that ain't your calling. Let that go. That's not it. Now, this goes out to the Latin community, Spanish speaking, however you want to call it. When it comes to drugs and violence and stuff, y'all tearing up all of fucking Mexico, an entire country, and then over one guy who y'all know is a bad guy, but you're tearing up the entire country over this one bad guy. Don't call no other group, especially blacks, violent or anything. Don't leave us out of that. Y'all can't even get your own shit together. I don't care who gets offended by this, but it's the fucking truth. Look what's going on now. That ain't y'all calling. Don't keep that out your mouth. Period. And I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Let's see. Oh, sorry. There was a lot of videos. We had a lot to talk about today, y'all. I told you this was gonna be a packed show. HHCF says, don't forget about that shit with Iran coming up. May they raft in peace back to Mexico. I want these anchor babies gone too. Hey. HAC, hey, we get it, man. We get it. we getting tired of people's shit. Democracy says, who wants to take bets on whether or not the World Cup Olympics will be in the U.S.? You know what? The World Cup is supposed to be in the United States, but also I think that there's another tournament that's happening in Mexico. I think it's the same tournament or something like that. I think they both about to be canceled. I don't think they're happening in either place. They better off having this shit in Denmark or something. The whole North America continent is under wraps right now. It got a lot of shit going on. It's not ready to sustain, especially if they're talking about Los Angeles. Los Angeles right now, they're trying to build railroads and stuff and other housing. It's not going to be able to sustain that right now. It's just not the infrastructure in California. It's just being in Los Angeles, it's not going to sustain it. I'm just being honest with you guys. Germany 2263 says if the U.S. is involved, you know it's something shady going down. Well, it is. The shady thing was, first of all, it gets it off the Epstein files, and they're so gung ho on trying to go to war. It's either going to happen with Venezuela, Iran, or Mexico. I'm telling you what's going to happen. They already fucked up Palestine, so the Palestine might as well be called Israel. I'm sorry to say it. Y'all can get upset all you want. The shit just call the whole thing Israel and just move on. And all to all the Israeli, the Zionists, Jews, whatever the fuck y'all want to call yourselves, since you finally killed all those people and got your promised land, all the ones that's in Brooklyn and over on Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles, go ahead and pack your shit and take your ass to Israel. That's what the whole thing was about, right? So if this was the whole thing was about, take your ass over there.
Mm-hmm.
But have you seen them leaving? No. That's why I said eventually they're gonna say that fucking book said, "Oh, well, we were promised United States too." Watch, I'm telling you. That's why.
You know.
You have to pay attention to people, because I said why ain't these people fucking leaving? I said they didn't blew up all this stuff over there. Okay, y'all got your promised land, ain't leaving yet. That's why I said it's all the shit's bullshit. I don't care how people feel about it. Get upset all you want. T-Coop says Williams brothers tried to tell him sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. That is true. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go into this next video. We're going to take a little bit of time on this because we're about to run out of time on this show. But I don't know if y'all been noticing, but in DC, and this is how the White House actually looks like. It looks a fucking mess. I want you guys to take a look at this.
It's around the Capitol before the State of the Union address. I want you to look at this. This is the Capitol building, and they're putting a fence around it. And the State of the Union address is on Tuesday. And I'm just curious, why are they putting a fence around the Capitol for the State of the Union? Because it's just an address where you tell the country the State of the Union. That's not a dangerous thing. That's not something that you need to be protected from your own people for. So I guess that this fence tells us more about the state of our union than Trump is going to tell us, because let's be honest, everything that this administration says is a lie. Did you hear the caller into C-SPAN? John Barron? Watch this tape.
John in Virginia, Republican. Let's hear from you.
Well, this is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you ever have in your life, practically. Jack's going to agree with me, right? But this is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy.
And also, traveling, I want you guys to take into consideration what's going on. DHS closes TSA pre-check lanes and pauses global entry amidst partial government shutdown. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but happy fucking government shutdown, baby. I think we're in day 3 or something. We're currently in a government shutdown right now, you guys. So I want you guys to know this is what's currently going on. So if you're going to have to be going to the airport early, because this is how the lines are going to look right now. And at this stage, a lot of the Republicans, they already dealt all their cards out now from the last bailout, from the last approval. So, this one can go for a long time. And I hope they cut that SNAP benefits again. I don't want none of those people from fucking Appalachian getting nothing. I don't care if you fucking snaggle too fast families is starving. I don't care. I'm sick of y'all racist asses. Hopefully that's the eugenics movement. And then let's take a look. Annabelle Mendoza grills and calls out several of her rivals for taking AIPAC money during the candidate debate for Congress in Illinois. Let's take a look.
Never take a single penny from corporate PACs or AIPACs, not now, not ever. But I want to be very clear that there are candidates up here who are bought and sold. Melissa Conyers-Ervin is one of them. And I'll tell you right now, Melissa, you should resign from your post because you have been a horrible city treasurer. And on top of that, you also take AIPAC money, and you are not here to represent the interests of the people that are right before you. In addition to that, Jason Friedman didn't have the courage to show up. Guess what? He's getting AIPAC-aligned money as well. And, Anthony, I really like you, but I also know Michael and Carrie Sachs gave you $7,000, and they are some of AIPAC's biggest donors. So I want to know if you're going to return that money.
I'll get a chance to do that.
Okay. I'll never take a single penny from.
And I'm going to read some of the comments from this one. Somebody says, y'all please vote accordingly and get Israel out of America. Another person says, as an African-American female, I will say this. This queen is not anti-black. She's anti-Zionist. Another person says, this makes us extra happy to see them get grilled because we're from Chicago. Chicago is like, what's that county you from, Nikki? That where that guy went in there just reading everybody and didn't give a fuck how they felt about it? What county are you from? Dade County?
Oh, my Dade County, yeah. We went to Dade County.
People ain't playing with y'all asses no more, man. People are tired of that. Like, all this. This is why people are pissed at the whole Israel thing. And that black woman, she's like, you motherfucking bitch. You see her face? She want to get up and fight her so bad, but she can't. That's the truth. I can't stand a raccoon ass black person. It gets on my fucking nerves. The pandering and the yes, a boss, yeah, the guy. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, oh, we gonna shuck and jive for your boss. Or the mammy. Oh, thank you, Jesus, Lord, thank you. Oh, I'm sick of that shit. That Hattie McDaniel shit is played out. I'm so sick of y'all shucking and jiving every time y'all see a white person come around or a Latin person that's lighter than you. Or I'm tired of it. It doesn't make any sense. Y'all, first of all, if we're going to keep taking AIPAC money, just call this motherfucker United States of Israel. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the same shit that they did to those Palestinian people, making up that stuff and genocide those people, the same shit they would do over here. So be very careful, you black ass coons, because you forget everybody hate black people anyways. We always going to be on the docket. But all you other POCs, they don't like you either. They will put your ass in the concentration camp just like they did the Palestinians. Nikki, what you think?
All of you coon ass bitches that's never Kamala and all that, and you it was all about, it came down to your stance on Palestine and how you're so anti-Israel. This is what I want you to do: take your ass to Palestine. If you about that life, take your ass to Palestine and go help them rebuild. Ain't seen y'all over there. Ain't seen none one of you bitches get off the goddamn plane. Since you in such up in arms about Israel, take your ass over to Israel and protest. Go over there and find Benny Baby and protest his shit and see if you live to see the light of motherfucking day. Because they don't like you. They don't like you here. They ain't gonna like you over there. But take your ass over there. Stop preaching to us over here. You about that life? You don't like how black Americans are handling shit over here? You don't like the 92%? Take your ass to Palestine. Since that is your stance, and that is your single issue vote. Take your ass to Palestine. Matter of fact, let Jill Stein be a goddamn chaperone if you can even find that wooden tooth bitch. Go ahead over there. Take your ass over there. And again, and to go back to the State of the Union, yes, why are you building a fence over the Capitol? Because it ain't to protect you from Democrats. What is it to protect you from your fucking people? Because it ain't us. It ain't niggas. Because black people ain't coming out there. So who are you protecting? You protecting yourself? What are you doing over here? And then calling the fucking radio station like you don't have the most distinct voice. And then you couldn't even do it right because you was like, Jack's gonna agree with me. Jack wasn't on the motherfucking show. Jack who, bitch? And then you said the name John Barron, your middle name and your son's first name, like nobody was gonna put two and two together because you're so fucking illiterate that you couldn't think past that shit. This man is doing everything but being the fucking president. And then he got up the other day talking about how he doesn't understand how he doesn't have support. Oh, but I have silent support. That's what we call it now? Silent support. Your shit is in the negative, but you have silent support. If you had such a great support system, you wouldn't be trying to come up with the SAVE Act to keep women from fucking voting. And you coon ass niggas trust and believe if they can make the SAVE Act to where niggas couldn't vote at all, you niggas would be right there on that motherfucking chopping block. Because they only saw you as 3/5 of a man so not too long ago. Did you become a whole man in their eyes? And not even then. They just had to change with the times and write that shit in somewhere. But they still see you as 3/5 of a fucking man because they don't even see you as being a man. They don't even see you as being fucking human. And you bitches are tap dancing your ass off to go to a Black History brunch. Didn't he say Black History was over? Didn't he technically stop it? So how y'all going? So I guess he's the only one as a white man that can say Black History, happy Black History, but then he turns around and said that you can't say it. I couldn't imagine. I hope our ancestors are haunting you bitches in your fucking dreams. Freddy Krueger style, Candyman style, night after fucking night. I hope you bitches go in the bathroom, cut the lights off, and say coon 3 times and get your fucking chest ripped the fuck out. Because you deserve it. I'm so tired of you tap dancing ass Khadijahs. I'm so tired of you fucking crackers. Always lying. Too stupid to goddamn live. Imagine being born mediocre. That's just, but imagine being mediocre and not washing your ass. Like how worse can you get? I'm just tired of all of y'all. And I wish all of y'all would just get off the fucking earth.
Hey, Nikki.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
But it's echo.
Hold on.
I can hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know what happened there. Hey, you guys. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. We're going to go to our closeout video. This was actually a pretty interesting video, but I think it's because he's dating Taylor Swift. And also Travis Kelce dated a black girl before. So why don't you take a good? This was a good feel good thing. We talked about a lot of stuff today, but we always like to go out on a positive note. Let's take a look.
Brothers are going viral, all because of the way they treated this Olympic athlete. And the exchange was so strong that it didn't just affect her. It affected her close family as well. Layla Edwards is a women's hockey player from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. She plays at the University of Wisconsin, and she's also on the national women's team. Travis Kelce plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's in a relationship with Taylor Swift. His brother Jason is retired from the NFL. This year, during the Winter Games, Layla became the first black woman hockey player to compete in the Olympics. Her mother, her father, and her 91-year-old grandmother wanted to travel to Milan to support her in person, but the trip was just too expensive. So they decided to cheer her on from their home in Cleveland. Someone decided to start a GoFundMe to raise money to get them to Milan, and they end up raising over $60,000. And the biggest donation came from Travis and Jason Kelce of $10,000. Travis and Jason are also from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, and they wanted to support one of their own. So Layla's mother, her father, got to travel to Italy, cheer her on in person, and watch her become the first black woman hockey player to receive a gold medal. Her family was so thankful and full of gratitude, and that was such a big moment for them. I think this is an incredible story. Shout out to Layla. Congratulations. Shout out to her family. I'm so glad that they got to see this in person. Shout out to Jason and Travis as well for their generosity, and to everyone else who donated. This was a real dope story to me.
Oh, ain't that so nice? Oh. I'm just I ain't gonna say nothing, but it is a good thing that this happened. We need a feel good moment because there's not a lot of good news going on right now. The world is on fire.
Nice gesture, but it's still fuck y'all. Just how appreciate the gesture. Glad y'all did that one thing, but helping out a young Negro doesn't change everything. So
Nikki, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at bitch_happens. The backup is bitch_happens 2.0. And hubby and I have content on @partners in petty. And just this week, we're working on some new merch and we dropping videos. And as you can see, we got some new commercials up. So that's what we're working on.
Absolutely. And you guys, thank you for coming to watch us. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe wherever you see our videos, especially on our YouTube channel. You see it, please like them. You know, we see the views. I'm like, but the views, we got to, make sure we get our likes up there. So make sure you like it, because that's how they recommend our videos. That's how we continue to get you more content. And we're trying to get a live studio. We want our own network. We want to see a lot of our regulars there. We want to see you guys live. So we are working towards that. That is the goal for this show, our major goal. Again, also to the people that support the FTP store, there's new merchandise that's up there. Go to our link tree. Our link tree has that. Our link tree also has the items that we use. We're going to talk about some other items like this that we recommend. This will be put on the link tree as well. Please note, do not wear this shit for no 72 hours. Wash your ass. If I heard that you wore this for more than 12 hours or something, me and you going to have a problem, okay? We're going to have a serious problem, and I'm going to have you on the show. So do not wear this for more than 72 hours. Wash your ass. But it does work. It's a good product. I will give it that, though. Other than that, please like, share, subscribe. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
FTP Podcast has partnered with Savage X Fenty. New members get up to 60% off site-wide with Savage X Rewards. Exclusive pricing and discounts on Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin. Access this special offer via our link tree at linktr.ee/FTP Podcast Show. Savage X Fenty, delivered by FTP.
Silk Press Jesus has returned. He's white, historically rebranded, and grinder approved for Christian comfort. Don't miss your blessing. Order now.
Get on out, get out, get on out. Can't stay on the scene unless you got that green. Whoa! Get out, get on out, get out, get on out. Ice is on that ass, you don't get a fourth chance. Whoa! Get out, get on out. Whoa! Get out. I didn't vote black, got that ass in back. Whoa! Get out, get on out. Whoa! Get out.